Good morning, Vietnam. What's up, mother? It's and it's crap. It's the morning, and we are pike fishing today. We're gonna have a mackerel on a float, and we're gonna use a lure, and then we're gonna use a dead bait rod as well. But I'm gonna stalk this whole lake because I've never lure fished it. I've seen some decent pike in here. I've never caught an average, you know. This is my first season on here, so hopefully I can catch a pikey. Right, reverse it. Reverse. Yeah. Hopefully I can catch a pikey. It's cold. Yesterday was freezing. I went fishing and I thought I was going to blank. Into the afternoon it suddenly all just picked up. I had like 5 takes and I landed 2 jacks and lost like a really good one. But yeah, I'll show you the video on this one. It's going to be like a double pike video. I'm like, whoa. But when I say pike video, I could be all catching jacks today, okay? I'm not the best pike angler, you know, but I have caught some decent pike. But I'm not a pike angler. For anyone gets weird, like the carp angling, I'm not a carp angler. I like to catch carp, I like to catch pike, I like to catch anything. I wonder what was going on. That's where it was running up and down the bank. Right, so I'm going to set up, I've got everything set up basically, the lure's already set up, the actual dead bait's out there on that little float. And I'll explain why I use a smaller float dead bait in than I do a big one. That was something to do with a pike. Right, let's get on it. Right, this mackerel is like 2-3 years old. It's been in my freezer. Got 2 trebles on it. I don't like fishing with trebles, but when I'm fishing with dead baits, you kind of have to, I think. When I'm using live baits or just a little small rod, I use a single hook. And I'll show you what I mean on my other video because I catch small jacks on small hooks, basically. Right, anyway. So I'm using, and plus it's the weedy here, so I could cast out into weed, and if the hook gets jammed with weed, what happened to me yesterday, you won't get a hook up, you get a bite, they run, and then you don't hook into anything. Right, so what I've done is put a float stop on the float, and the float will just be led flat on the surface. You see, it's not a massive float, I don't find the point, but I have got a bigger float later on. But yeah, big thanks to Gavin, Rob, and Steve. I wouldn't be able to do this today because they gave me the gear to be doing it with. Basically, I'll be given lures and some trebles, and honestly guys, you've really made this trip much easier than we're about to be. Okay, I've got a little bit of what's it called, elastic around the mackerel. Right, let's get it out. Right guys, here we are. Got some crazy ass swans. Sorry about the traffic noise. I left the private lake because I was blanking, I was getting bored, I see nothing going on. So I thought, do you know what, I'll come to another lake. This is a free lake, middle of nowhere. So I've walked here again with scrappies. I ain't got loads of battery, so I'm gonna you know how I'm fishing. It's basically a float and 2 trebles, and sometimes 1 treble depending, but hopefully I've got on video how I'm actually fishing, but hopefully I can get some takes on camera, but I'm not 100% sure, so might be just me with fish basically. Right, ciao for now. Is over there, that's the float. Over here, boosh, just there. Like I say, I use small floats. I don't like using massive floats. Right, let's get a bit of lure fishing in. Let's see, can we catch anything on camera? Alright, I thought I'd show you how I moved to venue, because this is the 3rd venue we're going to now, and it's scraps. I've got them on one of those extension leads. It's really good. It keeps saying extension lead. I don't know what they're called, flexi cords or whatever they are. But yeah, it's really good because I got hands free. I ain't got to worry about him. But here we come to the sketchy tunnel. Hey, the subway, the ghetto area. We all know a subway. I used to live down a subway basically. Swamp dodger, swamp dodger. Right, so it's about another 10-15 minute walk. Scraps is going to be knackered tonight. I've got a box in, so that'd be good. He's going to be sleeping. But yeah, so it's about a 15-minute walk now. And I've got 2 rods. I've got my tripod on me.
I've got literally 20 kilos of in my bag. I've got dead fish on me. I've got dead mackerel on me. I stink, man. Right, go on, Scraps, before we get mugged. Well, I don't think we will get mugged. I hit him with the Sam. I hit him with the bloody cream. What fish is it now? Hey, Scrap, what are you doing? There we go. Right, yeah, I'll give him a slap with the fish. Right, bing, bang, bosh. See you later.
Finally fishing. I'm just going to free line a rod first, have a bash about, and then I'm going to put a float out and stuff like that. 2 rods on it. Let's get on it. I missed a dead rod. 2 trebles on him. Straight away in. Straight away. Literally just putting the rod on the rep. Oh no! Drop that. Lucky. Leave that there. It's crazy. I've just turned up the camera literally. Just so I can set this other rod.
Right, 3rd time lucky, I think. That's the thing, like, do you strike early, do you strike late?
Alright, put a pike on. Good sign. Alright, a lot of weed, but... No way! Oh my God, that's what I've got to deal with, guys. Tell me how to get around this, man. I swear down, it's the last time I'm ever pike fishing. Jesus Christ. So yeah, you can see the mess. I can get right old problems with the weed, man. And like, I'm talking like 1.5 foot deep of water. So it's so hard to fish. I don't know if I'm going to try and fish popped up baits on a lead, but the problem is, when you're casting out, you're just casting out blind like. You know, and trust me, the weed it's just under the surface in some places, and you're casting that, it's just pointless. So I'm really debating how I'm fishing this now, because that's honestly, when you see the video, you see what I'm about. I've missed way more than I've landed in here, and that was the first time I felt a decent kick on the bite. Like I felt it, like doof, doof. First one I knew was a jack. I'd seen it. It wasn't very big, so whatever, you know. But that second one, I felt it go doom doom, and then nothing. I was like, no. So yeah, it's a bit gutting, I'm not gonna lie, because I've had 2 days of basically, I've caught, you know, 2 fish. It's crazy. I should have landed a lot more by now. But yeah, if I just hope out for 1 big fish, I'm gonna give it a couple of hours. I might even put just a chunk of mackerel on a little lead and just whack it as far as I can to some like area where I know there's no weed. But yeah, it's very hard to fish it correctly. And the way I've got the floats at the moment is that I've got a lead shot by the fish. So if the float's just flat, I know it's just sat on weed. If it slowly kicks up like that, then I know it's on its fully depth. So, wow, give it a go. Right, here we go. Drop it again. Nope. Yes. Yes. That's a tiny, tiny jack. I don't care. Okay. Weird. All that. Alright, here we go then, guys. Sneaky pike. It's the biggest one I've had yet out of here. Recent. But there we go. Mr. Jackie. I'm straight back in. Right, we finally landed one. Even though it's tiny, I don't care. Right, here we go. Okay, again. Leave it set. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, any advice, deeply appreciated. I don't know if I should leave it longer or not. It's like, it's a real pain, man. But to be honest with you, it probably is small jacked, but it's still, I want to hook up, still want to just keep missing fish. But that was there was no weed on that. It was just, I should have left it longer or not. It looked like it couldn't drop in it though, because it would take it and then it'd stop. It would take it and then stop. And then when I strike, there was nothing there. So I let it go again. It went again. So then I striked it and nothing there. So, any advice? Any advice? Right then guys, nothing's been going on for a bit, so I'm going to have a little go of a lure and then probably go home. Float down the margin. That's insane. Waiting all that time for a pike and then the pike's right down there. Come here, little Jackie. That is so funny, man. I'm waiting for that all day, and another little jack, and he spat out everything. That's good. That's all good to see. All right, mate. Right then, guys. I am the jack hunter. He's a crazy little pike. I know he's going to go mental. I'm going to get him straight back in again. But yeah, a stunning little pike. Right at my feet it was. Right at my feet. I couldn't believe it. I know. Squirrel and a cat. Squirrel and a cat. Snip scraps. What we've been seeing. Yeah. Watching out for the squirrels, aren't you, mate? Chased the cat up the tree, didn't you? Stood up there, but you didn't know it's up the tree. Alright, turn around, you nutter. Turn around this way. Steffi, this is like a comment, isn't it? Come here. There we go. There we go, isn't it? Eh? Right, well, that'll occur into nothing. Definitely a bob on the float. Like I said, the rod's dead. Lost one. Even did I? I didn't lose him. I got him. He followed it in, didn't he? Crazy motherfucker. I'm just gonna literally unhook it and put it straight back in. Mad, because I know there's so much bigger ones here. There we go. So I'm not going to mess about with him, guys. So there we go. Another long, lean pike. It's got to be about £2. That's a crazy take on the lure up my feet. Right, give it another 5 minutes, innit? Pike on, guys. Got a pike on. I've left it. I've left it. I've left it. It's it. There we go. Get the old rubber net as well. Finally got one. I mean, we've been here for a few hours now. It's been brutal, man. Brutal. Odd. Alright then, guys. It didn't go as planned, but that is fishing, isn't it? Hopefully, in the future, aren't we, Scraps? We're gonna catch a bigger pike, aren't we? We're gonna catch a bigger pike. Yeah. It's been hard work. I'm not gonna lie. Isn't it, Scraps? It's been hard work. Yeah. So basically, the last 3 days, I've been trying to catch a pike. And I blanked it everywhere. What was the face? I blanked everywhere I've gone. And so hopefully by the end of this I will have a few pike. But yeah, it's been a bit of a nightmare, to be honest with you. I just don't know what it is. I'm just a jack hunter. I've seen a double figure pike in here today. So it's just frustrating, you know. But it is what it is. We'll come back again and we will smash it. Right, bing, bang, boosh.